all good things come to an end. And sometimes that end is the beginning of something new.
So you are good people, so you would be, like, on the light side. And so,
Usually, yeah.
like...
Everybody's got a little dark in them, though.
Like, you know, we've only met I don't know. I don't want to say people are bad or, like, dark.
I want to say that when he said everybody's got a little bit of dark in them, his eyes lingered on Danto a little bit longer before he just sort of blinks and looks back out into space as he pulls the ship out of Torn Station.
We'll have to look into this more.
I imagine as Mir sits in the communications chair and watches the light spool up and
change into the blue of hyperspace.
Yeah.
And we're gonna time jump one more time. You three find yourself on Batu at Black Spire Outpost. This place is a little more lawless than some of the other places you've been. It's out on the edges of the unknown region. And the three of you came here because Farvo got a job to find something out in the wilds, which he has found, and the three of you are celebrating with a decent meal for Farvo.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think Mir and Danto do for fun?
Oh, what do they do for fun?
They play music?
I think that's... I have this feeling that that's what Mir likes to do. He likes eclectic music.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he enjoys, when he's around people, having it be ruckusy. I think he likes the different, like, pod racing, and he likes the feel of the crowd, the feel of a concert. I could see him enjoying, different types of cage sports and stuff like that.
So yeah, I think the three of you are having a good time in the back of the ship to celebrate this item that Farvo brought back. It's it's an old book. You can tell it's got some sort of it's got a little bit of force energy to it, light side, and it is on the table, the center table, as the three of you are celebrating. And it's getting late in the evening. You've got the ramp open to the cool evening air. Yeah, you're having a good time.
I could see Mir start collecting different things each time he goes. I could see him getting almost like a canister of air from that area.
Okay.
And maybe making like little, what do they call those little biomes?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little
terrariums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him doing that.
So the three of you have a good time at night, and then Farvo gets ready to go to bed. You're going to hit the skies early in the morning. What do Mir and Danto do at night? Do they like power down and recharge their droid bodies?
I would imagine that depending on how far into the wilds they go, that they would need to recharge.
Yeah.
And then they would probably go to I think Mir has the backup remote that he uses to float around and do different repairs and stuff like that.
Okay. So I'm going to say that Mir is probably in his backup remote as his regular body is recharging, and Danto is maybe doing a little bit of work on that swoop. It's been a few years. The swoop's been around the galaxy and back, so it needs a little work every once in a while.
Yeah, sharpen up the repulsor fans and, do new lines. And yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the two of you are up. It's pretty late, and you notice that Farvo gets up. I'm going to flip one of my dark side points over. And he says, "There's somebody outside the ship. Danto, I've got a spare holdout in the bin over there if you want to grab it. I think somebody's going to give us some trouble." And he heads down the ramp and out back of the ship.
Mir flies close.
I'll protect you.
As the two of you go out and down around the back of the ship, it's very dark. There are a few moons up in the sky, but they're not full, and they're not shining very much light down to the ground. You can hear some rustling off in the distance, like people are moving around, and you hear some whispers.
He flicks on his light, pops a little warning light on top of his dome, and says,
Warning, warning.
I suppose I could roll a deception.
Defensive.
And that sounds exactly like something he would say. He would stumble over his words and say,
Defensive mechanisms coming online. Warning, warning. Intruder, intruder.
And I think in doing that, Mir inadvertently made himself a target.
sounds about right.
Yeah, he's shining his lights out into the darkness. He's the only thing around, and he sees a few blaster bolts fly from the bushes in his direction. I think they hit the ship behind him.
Not the ship. I'm going to have to fix that later.
And I think a few more blaster bolts come out from the bushes. What would Mir do as Danto comes out down the ramp and starts firing indiscriminately towards the bushes?
He would say, he as he's coming down, he said,
No. Protect Farvo. I got this. I'll help him.
at which point I think he would try to, so this is a foresty, rocky spot.
Yeah, rocks, forests, and yeah.
I think he would shotgun a bunch of gravel into that general area.
Okay, you want to roll it?
Yeah.
So that's your move with
Discipline. All right, let's see. Okay. So versus,
it's the silhouette of what you were throwing. So what I'll do is I'll flip one to upgrade.
Okay.
And let's just make it against one red.
okay.
You have all the light side points now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll flip one and upgrade mine.
Okay.
Shotgun stuff towards the area. Ouch. Okay. That is 3 force die, or force pips, 2 light side, 1 dark side. That is 3 successes and 1 threat.
Okay. So that's very successful.
That's very successful.
Your threat is, as you do that, Farvo moves away from you towards the front of the ship, and you unleash this volley of small rocks into the bushes, and you hear grunts of pain and screams as they hit their targets. And so, how many advantages did you get? Yeah. So what happens? You're throwing all these rocks towards these bushes.
Yeah. I want to say that there's almost like a small tornado of rocks come up. Mm-hmm. They form up in a tornado, and then they just get thrown into the bushes, into the darkness. I attacked the darkness. Yeah. He sends them out towards where the blaster bolts are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
What can I upgrade? What can I upgrade? I can upgrade a lot with those, can't I?
Yeah, you can do a lot with those force pips. While you're thinking about it, Danto comes down the ramp firing at those bushes, and he starts moving towards them, and as he catches a glimpse of somebody in them, you see he's got the little blaster in his right hand, and he's just squeezing the trigger one shot after the next. And with his left hand, he sort of reaches towards those bushes, and you see him sort of make a claw shape, and you see him lift someone out of those bushes, and he throws them across this clearing, and they bang against the hull of the ship.
Dang, that's violent. He wants to. I can uproot a tree and pin someone?
Mm-hmm. You could.
I think that's what he's going to do. Because he's not into necessarily killing people, but he also needs to know why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what he'll do. He'll distract them with the pebbles, and then there's like a twisted tree.
Sure, yeah.
That's been blasted by engines and stuff like that, so it's grown up like a shore pine. So it's all bushy and gnarly. And he'll uproot that and entangle someone and pin them underneath it.
Okay, yeah, that works. And Danto doesn't stop. He just moves off into the bushes and keeps firing, and you can hear his blaster fire and the grunts and yells of people in there.
He calls a...
Danto, I can't see you. You gotta move. I can't. I'm not gonna hurt you. You gotta get out of the way.
Where's Farvo?
Farvo's he's moved a little bit closer to the front of the ship, and as he gets around to the front, you see the shadowy figure of somebody run up the ramp. And he sees somebody run up the ramp, and he's gonna run after them. And I think as he sort of runs after them, another volley of fire comes towards you.
Okay, as that happens, I go to pick up. He's got to pick something up to deflect the bolts to block Farvo from getting shot up. Because I imagine Farvo has to run from the nose to the ramp, and it's got to come past me to. And then,
he sort of runs behind you. Maybe you move another like patch of gravel and sort of put up a shifting stone wall in between you and those bushes. And as you're looking, you can see like the gleam of goggles in there. And Farvo makes it up the ramp.
Farvo, I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you.
I'll flip my last dark side point here. As Mir starts up the ramp, we see the quick red light of a blaster bolt. And as he gets inside, he sees that Farvo has been shot. And there's one other person inside this place, and they're sort of wrapped head to toe in cloths, and they've got goggles on, and they've got a hand on that book on the table.
And this table's right next to the cargo bay?
Yeah, it's right sort of in the center of the cargo bay. We've got the swoop bike there, the still on one side. Your collection of things from different planets up on the wall.
I'm going to launch the swoop bike into him.
You want to roll it?
Yeah. I'm going to flip. Yeah, I'll flip for it.
Okay. Swoop bike is silhouette 2. It's not too much bigger than a person.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably silhouette 1, so it's an easy difficulty.
Okay. Are you going to upgrade?
No.
Okay.
What did you do to Farvo?
That makes perfect sense. So that's 2 dark side.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 success and 2 advantages.
Okay. So what does that look like?
Coming out from his center crystal is green electricity that goes down his arm, and it's almost like he reaches out and you can see it crackle against the swoop as he throws the swoop tines forward straight into the guy.
And it pins him, and the book falls to the floor. And I think both this person and the swoop clatter on the wall, and some of Mir's small terrariums fall to the ground and shatter. And you can still hear the blaster fire and the screams from outside, because it's not just like grunts of pain anymore, but it screams from where Danto is.
Mir will cry out to Danto that Farvo's hit. He's hurt. Then he'll rush to his side.
Farvo is propped up against the opposite wall near where sort of the hallway towards the cockpit. He says, Mir, I don't think this is good. They got me. And you can see the burn mark on his abdomen. It's not in a good spot.
There's got to be a way. You're fine. You're fine. Just we can patch you.
I don't think I'm going to be fine.
What about this book? There's probably something in this book. Is there something in this? What is this book? Why are they killing you for this? What do they want?
I don't know. I can't read it. It's old. But yeah, the book doesn't matter. Just take care of your brother.
But who's going to take care of you?
He reaches out with his red right hand and grabs that and reaches out with the force for that book.
There's got to be something in this book to heal you, right? This is a light side. This is a Jedi thing. Jedis heal, right? They heal.
And he puts one hand on the book, and he puts one hand on that spot in the center of your chest where the crystal is, and he shakes his head. There's nothing in there.
But I just met you. You can't be gone. You can't go yet. You can't go yet.
He shakes his hand and looks at you, the shard you, not the droid you, and he says, "Be good."
Father, love, see you soon.
And you feel him leave in the Force. And then you feel an explosion of energy outside from Danto. Anger and rage.
Mir opens up his chassis compartment and places that book into a little storage compartment, with his Farvo's bloody handprint on it. He gets up from his kneeling position and starts walking out to where Danto is.
You can hear the insects and the night birds and the sound of metal footsteps on earth as Danto approaches you.
Danto. Farvo's gone with the Force.
Yeah.
They killed him.
Yeah.
Why would they kill him?
I don't know.
He was a good man.
They were nothing.
Did you get him?
Every one of them.
How'd it feel?
Powerful, good, revenge. That echoed. That was Shard Danto talking. We can do more.
What do you mean?
The crystal from the station. It said we could have power.
We gotta figure out why these people wanted him.
It doesn't matter. We should just go. Get that power and come back. Take care of them. Take care of everyone.
Yes. So go get that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out why they did this to him. We don't need to be like them though. But we'll figure out why they did it. Well, we gotta put him in the ground. We need to get a place for Farvo.
Here?
Not in this place. Let's go to a place that he would love. Not in a place where bloodshed and these people are.
Dantooine.
Dantooine.
The view from the temple.
Yes, the view. Yes. We'll go there. Let's go there. Let's go back to where we began. Where we became a family. Let's go there.
Yeah.
He would like that. He would like that. He's as good as any of those Jedi have ever been.
Better.
Yeah.
Jedi. That was their book. This is their fault.
It is their fault. We'll figure that out. We will figure that out.
And we screen wipe, and it's just Mir and Danto standing over a cairn that they built. It's stones where they laid Farvo down, and we can see the plains of Dantooine and that city of Benir in the distance. And we'll jump forward again a couple years. Mir and Danto have made it to Coruscant. The promise of power from that crystal, as the two of them have meditated on it, especially as Danto has meditated on it. The promise of power has become even greater. It's just a matter of finding it.
I would imagine that Mir focused more on piloting, getting them where they need to go, on him keeping that book. I figured that he would focus on that and meditate on that, where maybe Danto would be start hiding himself more with that crystal.
Yeah. And you get to this planet, and it's your time spent with Farvo. You spent a lot of time in the Outer Rim. You spent a lot of time in spaceports and places where people who don't want to be found go. And so Coruscant is incredibly different for you. This giant city filled with people, and you've seen a lot of different people in your travels, but this place is different. This place is busy and
Loud.
No night birds, no insects. If they're there, they can't be heard. And it's just a matter of finding what you're looking for now. I think more often than not, the two of you separate during the day, looking for what you're looking for.
Would a 4C?
You can roll 4C.
I could see him as they're separated more and more, that he would search out and use, his foresee to see what his day would be, see what they could, foresee for the day. So do I want to foresee with a perception, foresee with a...
What, do you just have the basic foresee?
Yeah. Computers?
Just foresee? Yeah.
All right. It's perfect. It's one of each.
One of each. Are you using both?
I could see him starting every day. Yes, I could see him starting every day optimistic. Today we will find out what we're looking for. Mm-hmm. But as he goes through the heights and depths of Coruscant, he becomes disillusioned with finding what he's looking for.
Today, what Mir sees is Danto with 6 people. There's somebody in sort of a environmental suit, like a full body suit, and a Chevin wearing nice clothes, and then 4 humans all wearing really nice clothes. One of them is holding hands with a child, probably 7 or 8 years old. The 7 of them are talking. They're excited. They have plans that you have. The way you see Danto in the Force, he's got this. It's like your green lightning, except it's purple, and it's sort of connecting this group of people together.
So he's found a new cluster.
It seems like it.
Oh.
Where have Mir and Danto set up base on Coruscant?
Where do they find? I can't imagine that they've got a very nice spot.
Is it still that ship?
Oh, that would be. I would say, could they? Yeah, they could have that ship, but I imagine their funds are running low.
But what do they need? They don't need to eat. They don't.
They need power, and they need parking, and they need stuff for transportation, leads, greasing palms. What else? Ingredients for Sparky juice.
That's important.
It's very important.
Place for parts for the still. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have had to move from a nice spot in where the ship was docked to a lesser, and now they're in this cheaper area down below.
Yeah, they're in the Undercity. So the docks go all the way from top to rock bottom. And as time has gone on, they've had to move further and further down. And so, they are parked in a very crowded docking area in the Undercity. I think we can pick up with Mir and Danto at the end of their day, if you want to tell me what Mir did with his day.
I imagine Mir went and paid off Mitch and Sons for their parking spot. They all look alike. I don't get it, but and he asked around. He's gone from place to place. He has a hard time talking with people. People keep treating him differently. Where Farvo would treat him like a person, he would just be met with, "Oh, it's another one of these droids busy, doing their master's work." Or especially right now, it seems like people have less and less tolerance for droids. Yeah, like they keep getting pushed aside, and it's odd. So I think for the day, he did not have a successful day. I think he's been looking for a place that actually deals with books and old stuff. I wonder if he's been meditating on this book and trying to find places that have other books.
Yeah. That
could have them wondering, or at least have a history to trace, not just hollow, something tangible. I think he's getting tired of dipping into the HoloNet. I think he's got a sensory overload. But I think he keeps downloading stuff and trying to disseminate it. And but I think he wants something more tangible.
Yeah, he spent some time in he's gone to all the bigger places, the libraries and things. He found a lower level university today called the Grand Institute of Forgotten Treasures. They were nice, but the Deveronian in charge didn't really have anything of interest for Mir. And he finds himself back at the ship. I think Danto got there before he did. And he's sitting at that table in the cargo bay.
Danto,
did you get anything?
Did I get anything? No, I went over to this institute and they didn't have much. What about you? You found anything?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you find?
I found the answer to a good number of our questions.
Really?
Well, a good number of our problems. How about that? I've got some people who are willing to give us money.
What? For what? I paid Mitch off today. We should be fine for a while.
If we get more money, we get more people, more resources, different ways to help us find this thing. They've got people who work for them. We share our info. They're going to help us.
Oh. Well, what type of people are they? Are they like Farvos? Like finders and stuff?
No, they've got, like, money and influence. They're, like, a few of them are senators. There's a doctor in there. Yeah.
Oh,
There's this whole group of people who's I don't know. They're all old friends, and they liked what I had to say.
Ooh, what'd you tell them? What did you tell them about me?
A little bit.
Okay.
I told them more about the what we've found and what the crystals told me.
About the Kyber crystal?
Yeah.
Has the Kyber crystal told you anything new lately?
Yeah, it has.
Oh, really? Like what?
I think there are more here, and I think there's something here that can, like, use them. You know, the Jedi?
Yeah.
Jedi use their lightsabers?
Yeah.
Like that, but more powerful.
Dude, what could be more powerful than like a mining tool?
Like the galaxy's biggest mining tool.
Dang. And so, well, do they want? But what do they want from you then? What?
They want us to help them find it. They want us to help them find the cluster, and they want us to help them find the tool.
What do you mean find the cluster? Was it like?
There's more Kyber, and we can use it. And
But what are these like good people? Do they want just? What are they going to do with a giant lightsaber though?
I told them what happened to us and how people hurt us and how they hurt Farvo and how we could get revenge on them and on everyone who has ever hurt us. Like, it's the Jedi's fault. It's the Jedi who are responsible for this because of that book. But
we don't. I don't know if that. We haven't really met a Jedi that was like that.
I don't care.
But look at what Farvo told us about the Jedi. A Jedi protects. Look at what the crystal did. The crystal protected the village. He didn't make a big lightsaber just to destroy the village. He did it against only a certain people, though.
Where were the Jedi when those people came?
What do you mean?
Where was the Jedi who protected Farvo?
Well, we were there. We were protecting them.
Where was the Jedi who protected my cluster?
They left.
There are all these people out in the Outer Rim people who say that they protect people, and people who steal, and people who there's so many terrible people, and we could just be done with them. It could just be us.
Well, us, but these people but who are we to do that though? Who are we to say that it's right for us to have a weapon like that and to use it against whoever we want? We have to have guidelines. We can't just willy-nilly, do that to people.
I think we have the opportunity to shape the galaxy. We have the opportunity to make the galaxy a better place. And it's our responsibility. this crystal came to us. This whole line of finding one thing leading to another thing. It's fate. It's the Force. It's led us to this. And we could make the galaxy a better place.
We absolutely could. But we gotta make sure we're doing it for the right reasons. Farvo found me to give me comfort and help me in the world. We came to you to help you to the world and become a family.
You promised me revenge. Do you remember that? And what have we done?
I know, but I don't want, this is a slippery slope. If we just want revenge for revenge's sake and not, we're going to end up like the people that killed Farvo. We're going to end up being these people that just go around destroying everybody that gets in our way, opposed to helping them or defending them from those people.
Maybe that's fine. Maybe we are those people.
We weren't taught that. Why would we want to be those people? Danto, just because we were wrong doesn't mean that we have to turn into those people. Those type of people only take. If we don't create something and help each other, we're just going to end up in ruins like the planet I'm from, where there's nothing but predators eating each other, full of thorns and dust and broken ruins.
I'm gonna do it. These people are gonna help me.
No, I don't know if that's true. What makes them good? What makes them right in wanting to do that?
They want to help me.
I want to help you. I don't want to turn you into a weapon. I don't want to be turned into a weapon just to...
I don't want to turn you into a weapon.
What are you going to use the Kyber for?
I don't want to turn the Kyber into a weapon.
And then do what with
the Kyber was made to be a weapon. The Jedi use it as a weapon. We can use it as a weapon.
But what type of weapon is it? Is it for revenge?
It's for order. It's for revenge, yes.
Look,
As he holds up the book,
it doesn't say to take revenge. We don't...
You can read that, man?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Look, we can just give us more time. Let's work on this together.
He looks down at his hands. I've already said yes.
I don't know if this is the right way. What are you agreeing to? To search out more Kyber? To search out more of us? Or what?
No, we're different. We're not... Kyber's not us. Kyber's not smart. Kyber can't do things. It's just a rock.
It's not just a rock. It has life in it. How can it not? It's not just a computer. It doesn't just hold data. Look at it. You can feel it in it. It has life. It has memories. It has almost like it has a will. Like it's part of. It's like similar to us, but not like us. I think it can feel.
I don't think it can. I think it's just a rock. And I'll take that. He takes the crystal that he found those years ago off the table. And if you don't want to be a part of this, that's fine.
I want to be a part of you. We've been together for years now. We're brothers. I don't want to be separate from you.
Well, you can come with me or not, but I'm going to meet them pretty soon.
Where
I did say you'd be there, so
I'll come. I don't want to leave you. You don't do well on your own. I don't do well on my own.
I think there's a screen wipe, and we see Danto and Mir standing outside a fancy-looking restaurant in the upper levels of Coruscant.
good thing I polished my chassis today.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights. Coruscant Nights is a production of Nightcast Creative. To find out more about us and the things we make, visit nightcastcreative.com. Thanks to AJ for playing on these episodes. You can find AJ's art on Instagram at AJ_Kimball, and you can hear more of him on the current season of The Other Place. Don't forget that you can affect the fate of our players on Coruscant nights with Donate for Destiny. Donations go to Child's Play Charity, which provides toys and games for kids in hospitals and shelters. Find out more at nightcastcreative.com/destiny. Hey everybody, if you didn't know, when I'm not making podcasts, I'm a designer and an illustrator, and the game that I've been working on for the past year just made it to Kickstarter this week. It funded in under an hour, and the Kickstarter will be running until March 5th. Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber is a maniacal game of cat and mouse. The mouse wants to get the cheese, the cat wants to get the mouse, the cheese wants everyone to get along, and the cucumber wants to trap everyone together. In Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber, each character wins differently, and who you are is a secret. The game itself is $13 and it plays in 13 minutes or less. Check the show notes for a link to the Kickstarter, and stay tuned for a little preview of the game.
Our mystery begins. The mouse scurries through the mechanical maze, the royal cheese just out of reach. Hallways and passages open up and close. The maze twists and turns around them. Before too long, the cat arrives, hoping to capture the mouse before the mouse reaches the cheese. The chase intensifies. Meanwhile, ever watching, the cucumber waits to outdo them all. Welcome to Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber, a game of mysteries and maze building.